Dwayne here, PhoenixTypewriter.com. We're going to look at this Smith Corona type bar and linkage assembly. And we're going to look at specifically at this link where it comes off right here, at this Clevis. This has a tendency to come right off like that. And then you got a link that doesn't work on a typewriter like this. And this one, most every key works here, except the letter I. It does nothing. Well, it does something. It lifts the ribbon up. It doesn't. Type bar doesn't fly up like the rest. So the link's off. Link's off or is broken. We're going to look at that right here, so we know what it looks like when we try to fix it. So this link, let's put it back on here real quick. And I'll flip this on here with the little twist action there. There we go. So when this is in the machine, there's a rod that goes through here and here that keeps it steady, and they're about like that maybe. Then there's a link that connects here to your the key top, and the key top pulls this that way. When it pulls it that way, it makes that hammer, that arm move. Comes back, pull it, smack. Comes back, pull it, smack. So that's how that works. This type bar is a blank, brand new blank, so it doesn't have any typeface on it, but this is a brand new bar for replacement purposes. And so this comes off pretty easy if you just twist it like that. This is a spring right here on this side. It flexes in and out, and it lines up with that little stud right there. There's actually a little lip on there too. Right there, it kind of clicked all the way down now. So something that needs to be looked at before you even start is this clip to make sure it's still there. Sometimes this piece will break off, or sometimes it will come out like this. We get it out of here, and we'll slip downward or upwards like that. If that happens, you gotta that truck go by. You gotta manipulate this back up into position, and if it's in the typewriter, you've got to use a tool like a spring hook or something and grab it and pull it up into position, twist it into position like that, and get it lined up with that stud, that little piece right there. When it does, it kind of clicks into place. That, and or they can also get bent, just bent outward. So we're going to learn how to connect that up when it's in the machine here. So let's connect this back up like that, and there we go. Locked in place. So on this machine, let's pull this up here to the camera. Like I said, letter I is off. And I think it's bent too. I took a look in there. So we're going to have to straighten that out. Sometimes this bar will get bent like that, or like, triple bent like that. This bar needs to be straight. This piece here needs to be straight, and straighten. It does straighten pretty easy. It bends pretty easy. It's got to be straight or semi-straight. That's not perfect. I already just kind of bent it, but this piece does not bend really so easily. And each one of these bars is numbered. It's got a little 32 on there, so the position of it is marked. These bars are set by the angle of the type bar. Okay, let's look at this letter I and see if we can do this without taking the machine apart. How's that sound? So that works. What I want to try to do is be able to get access to that from the top here. So what I'm going to do to start here is raise every type bar that's on that side of the I. So that's this key, this key, this key, this key, this key. And let's try one more here. That one. Get those up, and then all the bars on the other side. So there's that one. That one. Oops, I dropped one here. That one. Let's do one more here. That one. So get those up out of the way, and we're going to put a rubber band around them to hold them there so they don't slip out of place while I'm tinkering around. Okay, we'll just do that real quick. So now we got the eye down here. That doesn't work. There we go. So this bar will actually come up by itself. You can't lift these bars unless you fire a key off. But this one's going to come up because the link's disengaged. So go ahead and bring that up. Maybe we'll put it behind the rubber band for now, right? Like that. What I want to do is look at that link and see if it's bent and how bent, and if that clevis is still good. Really hard to see down in here, especially with the camera, but we're going to try. So there's the eye link loose, and if I press the eye, it moves right there. And sure enough, it's bent. It's bent right about, so there's that link, it's bent right about there. So I'm going to try to, well, let's look at the clevis too first. Let's pull it up through here, see if we can get a visual on it. Okay, well, it's bent too much. I'm going to have to straighten it first to be able to raise it up. So with that, I'm going to use this T-bender. It's got a slot on the end, and I'm going to get in here right where it needs to be bent. I'm going to bend it straight, or pretty straight. So what I did there was took this piece and bent it like that, or unbent it like that. Let's take a look at the eye. I think I can get it up through here now. Alright, there's the link right there. If you look carefully, you can see it's still good and in position right there. So I'm going to turn this around so I'm more comfortable with it this way. And let's see if we can get this on camera. How to do this. I'm going to use this tool. It's got a slot. I'm going to fit it between the clevis like this. Put it right in there, and I'm going to twist it, and that's going to spread that right there just like that. So that's what I'm going to do. And there's the clevis right there that's loose right there. What I need to do is drop this one. Well, yeah, if I drop this one down right here next to it, it's going to give me some, it's going to give me clearance down here. You can't get those links on. They're right next to each other down here, so you need to have the bar a little bit away from, so I'm going to take that bar that's right next to it. Let me move this link over here a little bit like that, right there, instead of right there. I'll drop these down. And there's one more bar right here. I want to free up right here. It's the one that's right next to it. Okay. I'm going to drop that one down. I'm going to lift the eye back up. And now there's a gap there. So let me flip this. Okay, find that link, which is right there. This is kind of tricky without taking the covers off. So there it is in my little tool. I'm going to stick it right. I'm going to move this link down just a little bit, twist it, and we're going to slide it on that. Get it in that hole. Let's see, it's really close. Really close right there. getting there. Oops, just slipped off. Let me try it again. Twist this. The camera's kind of in the way again. Okay, so I got it halfway around that link. Halfway around the type bar there. It's being a little bit of a troublesome. It's being a little trouble from up here. I'm going to have to get a better grip on it here, I think. Okay, so I'm going to stick this tool back in and try it again. I'm going to move this one type bar down just a little bit so it'll clear. Just about got it. It's in there. So there it is. And it's a little, you got to make sure it latches up all the way. Looks like it's not latched in there exactly all the way. No, I think it is. Yep, it's in there all the way. So you can see it from there. Pretty tough to see it from the camera angle, but there it is. All attached. That's how you do type bar link repair on a Smith Corona. One of these nice, this one happens to be a classic 12, but it applies to almost all these Smith Coronas from the 1930s to the 1980s. And that's what we just did, that little clip right there. So that's my video of the day for Smith Corona link repair. Good day.